Good morning, students. This session is about the register of members, one of the important registers, that too statutory registers kept by a joint stock company. And in this session, I will be covering the following aspects: meaning, contents of register of members, types of register of members. There are two types of registers: principal register, branch register or foreign register. And then I would like to explain the differences between these two registers, principal register and foreign register, and about another statutory book, that is about index of members also. I will explain you in brief. So let us come to this register of members. As the very name indicates, this is a statutory book maintained by a joint stock company to keep the details of members. In order to call a person as a member of a joint stock company, his name must appear in this book called as Register of Members. So, a person can be called as a member of a joint stock company only when his name appears in the Register of Members or in the record of depository kept by a joint stock company. So this register gives the details of the members. It contains particulars relating to the members, number of shares held by them, the date on which they have been admitted as a member of the company, and the date on which their membership has been terminated. All such details are given in this register. So as per section 88 of Companies Act of 2013, register of members of companies having share capital must contain the following details: name, address and occupation of each member, number of shares held by each member, the distinctive numbers of shares held by each member, the amount paid or agreed to be considered as paid on these shares, or the date on which the name of each person was entered in the register of members, the date on which any person ceased to be a member. That means the date on which his name has been removed from the register of members. The date on which his membership has been terminated must be mentioned in the register of members kept by the companies having share capital. And if the shares are not fully paid, the register of members must contain a call account having the following columns: the call amount due, the amount paid with the necessary subdivisions for particulars such as number of call letter, amount per share, due date of payment, and cash book folio, and so on. And in the case of company not having share capital, the register of members shall contain the following particulars in respect of each member. They are the following: name of the member, address, that is a registered address in case the member is a body corporate, then the email address, permanent account number or CIN, corporate identification number, or unique identification number if any, father's or mother's or spouse name, then occupation status, nationality, and in case member is a minor, name of the guardian and the date of birth of the member, name and address of nominee, date of becoming the member, date of cessation, means the date on which his membership has been terminated, amount of guarantee if any other interest if any, then instructions if any given by the member with regard to sending of notices, etc. So all particulars relating to the members must be stated in this statutory book called as Register of Members. So what is the importance of this register of members? What are all the purposes this register or statutory book serves? See, this book contains a detailed account of each member. The entries in the register of members constitute a prima facie evidence, an apparent evidence of the matters entered therein. Of course, it is not a conclusive evidence of having the membership of the company. Then the entry in the register of members is considered to be the crucial test of membership of the company. It acts as a source of information and guarantee to creditors and outsiders who deal with the company, showing therein to whom and to what extent they have to depend. It gives guarantee to the creditors regarding the persons to whom they can rely upon. It gives them the particulars relating to the members of the company. Similarly, it gives guarantee to the creditors regarding to what extent they can depend upon someone. So it provides complete information relating to the members of the company. Number of shares held by them and the date on which they have acquired the membership and the amount of capital invested by them. All particulars one will get by going through this register of members. So it serves as a guarantee to the creditors about to whom they can rely upon. Similarly, it also serves the purposes of a share ledger. Now the question is, can this register of members be closed for some time? See, the register of member is generally kept open throughout the year. It can be closed for a period of just 45 days in a year. That to at such it can be closed for 30 days. And this book is generally kept at the registered office of the company, at the head office of the company. And if the company is having branches in foreign countries, in the foreign country, in its foreign branch, it can keep another register. We call it as branch register or foreign register. Generally, this register is kept open throughout the year. It is closed for a period of 45 days in a year. That to at such it can be closed for a period of only 30 days. But before closing this register of members, that means during this time entries in this book is not allowed. Closure of register of members means during that period no entries are made in this register. So during what time this register can be closed? So it can be closed under the following cases: before the general meeting of shareholders, or when the annual return is to be prepared, or when an interim dividend is to be declared and the dividend list is to be prepared. Dividend that is declared in between two annual dividends is called as interim dividend. So when the company has adequate amount of accumulated profits, it may declare interim dividend. So when an interim dividend is to be declared and the dividend list is to be prepared, this register may be closed. Similarly, when a call is to be made and the call list is to be prepared, or when the share capital is to be reorganized, or when the new shares are to be issued to the existing members on pro rata basis. Then, which are all the different types of register of members? There are two important types of register of members. First one is principal register and the second one is branch register or foreign register. Maintenance of principal register is compulsory on the part of each and every company. It cannot be discontinued. And this register is kept at the registered office of the company or in the same city or town in which the registered office of the company is located. Maintenance of principal register is compulsory. Whereas branch register or foreign register is maintained by a company when it has its branches in the foreign country. When it has good number of members in the foreign country, in its foreign branch, it can maintain a register to keep the details of foreign members, and that register is called as foreign register. And when a company maintains a foreign register, a copy of it will be maintained in the will be maintained at the registered office of the company. A copy of it will be maintained at the head office, at the registered office of the company, and all entries made in the foreign register will be transferred to the main register. And there are certain legal provisions which are applicable to foreign register. So let us discuss about those provisions now. Main provisions of Companies Act regarding foreign register of members. See, maintenance of foreign register is not compulsory. Even when a company has a good number of members in foreign country, it may not maintain foreign register. Details relating to those members also will be maintained in the main register, principal register. Or it may maintain a register in its foreign branch. But maintenance of foreign register is not compulsory. And the foreign register is deemed to be a part of a principal register of members. It is a part of main register. It is not an independent register. It is a dependent register. It is a part of main register. The company which has maintained a foreign register of members should keep a duplicate of it in India. Just now I have told you, when a company maintains foreign register, a duplicate copy of it must be kept in India, that too at the head office of the company. Every entry made in the foreign register must be transmitted to the registered office of the company in India. All entries made in the foreign register must be copied to the principal register. Next, if any foreign register is discontinued, its entries must be transferred to some other foreign register kept by the company or to principal register. A foreign register may be discontinued at any time, but when it is discontinued, all entries in the foreign register must be copied either to principal register or to a new register. Then the shares and debentures registered in the foreign register must be distinguished from those registered in the principal register. Similarly, when a company maintains a foreign register, it must give a notice to the situation of the office where the foreign register is kept to the registrar of companies within 30 days of the opening of the foreign register. When a company maintains foreign register, a notice relating to it must be given to the registrar of companies. Next, what are the differences between principal register and foreign register? So, we can differentiate between these two types of register on the following basis. First one, maintenance. Maintenance of principal register is compulsory, whereas foreign register may be maintained or may not be maintained. So, it is not compulsory. Nature of register. Principal register is independent register and it must be compulsorily kept by each and every company. Whereas foreign register is a dependent register. It is a part of main register or principal register. Place of maintenance. Principal register is maintained at the head office or in the same town or city in which head office is located, whereas foreign register is maintained in the branch office or in the foreign country where the company has its branch. It is kept at the branch office of the company. Discontinuation. Principal register cannot be discontinued. It must be compulsorily maintained, whereas foreign register can be discontinued. But when a foreign register is discontinued, all entries must be transmitted to the main register or to a new register. Ratification. Ratification of principal register can be made only by Indian court, whereas foreign register can be ratified only by the foreign court. So these are the differences between principal register and foreign register. Move on to the next important register, that is index of members. Every company must keep an index of members when its membership exceeds 50. And this index is intended to facilitate quick reference. The index of members must always be kept at the same place where the office of the company is located or where the register of members is kept. It must be kept at the same place where the register of members is kept. Suppose if the register of members is already kept in the index form, question of keeping index of members does not arise. But the law states that when the membership exceeds 50, every company must keep a separate register called as index of members. Hope you have understood. Thank you, students. With this, we are coming to the end of this chapter. Membership of a company. This is the last video lecture on this chapter. Membership of a company. Thank you. Have a very nice day.